Good afternoon, students. So our next class is on comparative balance sheet statement. We have already given 4 videos in this. That is comparative income statement, 2 videos, common size income statement, 2 videos. This is comparative balance sheet statement. Only one is enough. Let's understand this comparative balance sheet statement. First of all, we will understand what is comparative balance sheet. Comparative balance sheet is the horizontal analysis of balance sheet in which each item of assets, equity and liability is analyzed horizontally, that is showing increase or decrease in each item horizontally in this order, in a equatorial order, in the same parallel order. Over here, for it analyzes each item of assets, equity and liability in absolute amount as well as in percentage by taking amount of previous year as base. Previous year is a base year over here. So in this, we are comparing each item. First of all, we are subtracting current minus previous. Current minus previous, we are getting the absolute change. What we are getting? We are getting absolute change from current minus previous. Absolute change. And then we are, in order to find out the percentage change, we are using absolute change by previous year into 100. Let's understand the next part. Advantages. Balance sheet shows the balances of accounts, especially the real and personal accounts, after closing the books at a certain date, whereas the comparative balance sheet shows not only the balances of accounts as in balance sheet as at different dates, but also the extent of their increase or decrease between these dates. Extent, how much increase, how much decrease, is there any change taking place, is there no change? All these things we can come to know from comparative balance sheet. This is the first advantage. Second, with comparative balance sheet, it becomes more useful than simple balance sheet, as we have the data of two balance sheets which may be used in studying the trends in enterprise. We can understand the trends of the enterprise over here because two balance sheets, two different years balance sheets are taken. So trend, in which trend our current asset is going, our current liability is going, all these things we will be able to understand from here. It has some limitations because we take historical records, analysis of past financial statement, and it is not reflective of future. Already what has happened, that only we are finding out. What is going to happen, we cannot. Affected by personal judgment, estimation regarding depreciation, provision for doubtful debts, etc. If incorrect, then the projections based on common sense statement will also not be reliable. So these are all personal judgment, and if they are incorrect, the entire things will become non-reliable. Next, the formula. Absolute change is amount of the current year minus amount of the previous year. That I was saying, absolute change formula was current year's amount by previous year's amount minus previous year's amount. So it is nothing but, if I will be writing in short form, it is C minus P. C minus P is the current year minus previous year. Current year minus previous year. And percentage change, if you see, absolute change by amount of previous year into 100. That means this percentage change is equal to what? Absolute change. That means C minus P whole thing divided by P and into 100. Into 100. If you will notice, if I will say how to remember it, CP by P into 100. That means police piche, police niche. See, if you will be thinking this way, C means chor, police piche, C के बाद P police, और police नीचे, divide by P. C minus P whole thing divided by P. यानी police पीछे, police नीचे. That you remember, you can remember your percentage change formula. Now, We will be doing one sum to make the matter clear. This is our one sum. A balance sheet format is given with different amounts. We have to just find out the changed figures, that is absolute change, and then percentage change, and then our sum will be done. This is only the liability part because the sum is quite big. We have taken 2 slides to complete the sum. All the assets are written there, and we have 2 slides to complete the solution. Let's see the first item. It's already arranged in a proper order in this sum. Share capital 2 lakhs and 3 lakhs. Reserve surplus 50,000 and 40,000. So current year is given first, then previous year. Prepare comparative balance sheet in the books of Asset Limited. So we will be first making the format. It is like this: Asset Limited comparative balance sheet, particular notes, current year, previous year, absolute change and percentage change. Absolute change and percentage change. Now students, see over here, is the same thing. The first 2 lines is just the copy replica of the sum. Share capital 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, reserve surplus 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Then long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings. Over here, see, long-term borrowings is 1 lakh and 75,000. Same thing. Long-term provision 10,000, 25,000. Short-term borrowings 20,000 and 40,000 as given in the question. Trade payables 20,000, 20,000. There is no change as given in the question. Other current liabilities and short-term provisions, no figures are given. So we will make 2 more columns with the sum. One is the absolute change column and one is the percentage change column. Absolute change means C minus P. Absolute change is C minus P. Absolute change is C minus P. Is C minus P. That is the absolute change. Means current year minus previous year. So current year is 2 lakhs, previous year is 3 lakhs. So 2 minus 3 means minus 1 lakh. See over here, minus 1 lakh it is. It is minus 1 lakh. 2 minus 3 means 2 lakhs minus 3 lakhs minus 1 lakh. 50,000 minus 40,000 is 10,000. 1 lakh minus 75,000, that is 25,000. 10,000 minus 25,000 is minus 15,000. Minus figures are always given in bracket, students. 20 minus 40 is minus 20,000. Then again 20 minus 20, there is no change. And the total also, see, 4 lakhs minus 5 lakhs is minus 1 lakh. Now percentage change. Absolute change we know is C minus P. For percentage change, our formula is what? C minus P whole thing by P into 100. By P into 100. That means absolute change divide by previous year's value into 100. This is the formula. So absolute change figure is 1 lakh. Divide by 3 lakhs into 100 is 33.33. As absolute change is in bracket, is in minus, we will see this one also minus. This only you remember. If absolute change is in minus, this also will be in minus. Now next thing, this is 10,000 divided by 40,000 into 25 into 100 is 25%. Similarly, this one 25,000 divided by previous year, that is 75,000 into 100, that means 1 by 3 into 100 is 33.33. Then again, we will be writing only 2 places of decimal, whether told in the sum or not. If told, okay. If not told, then also 2 places of decimal. Remember it. 20. Then again, it is 15,000 by 25,000 into 100. That is 60%. It is in bracket. That's why this is also in bracket. Next is 20,000 by 40,000 into 100 is 50%. Then 20,000 by 20. There is no change. 0 divided by 20,000 into 100 is 0 only. And then 1 lakh divided by 5 lakhs into 100 is 20%, I suppose. It's 20%. Now we will be doing the asset side. So that was 20%. Now we will be doing the asset side. This was 20%, 1 lakh by 5 lakhs. This will be in the bracket only, students. This will be in the bracket only. Next, now the asset side. See, we are doing in a horizontal order, and as the sum was given, that way only. This is the format of our balance sheet schedule 3. Fixed assets tangible given 3 lakhs, so there is no change. So percentage change also, there is no change. Non-current intangible asset, no figures. Non-current investment 20,000 in the current year, previous year was 50,000. So C minus P, that is minus 30,000. So it will be 30,000 divided by 50,000, that is the absolute change by previous year's change into 100, 60%, that also is negative because your absolute change was in negative. Current investment, it is current year 10,000, previous year was nothing. So change is 10,000. T minus P is 10,000. Absolute change by previous year was nothing, 0. So 10,000 by 0 into 100 is infinity. This is infinity, my dear. This figure is called infinity. Infinity. This is called infinity. Means it is not measurable. Anything divided by 0 is infinity. Next is inventories. Inventories, there is no change. Inventory, there is no change, so no percentage change also. Trade receivables, current year 0, previous year 1 lakh. So C minus P is minus P minus 1 lakh. So minus 1 lakh divided by 1 lakh into 100 is minus 100 only, means 100% only. But it is negative because absolute change is in negative. Then again it is this one 50,000 minus 30,000 in cash and bank balance, 20,000. 20,000 by 30,000 into 100 is 66.67. This one again 1 lakh by 5 lakhs into 100 is 20%, but it will be negative because the absolute change is in negative. This figure and this total figure and the total asset figure will be same because they will be always same in a balance sheet. Asset is always equal to liability in a balance sheet. Now, dear students, we have another type of sum. In this, there is a hazard given. It's not given in order. Share capital, then fixed asset, then non-current investment, then long-term borrowing, then current liabilities, then cash and bank balance, then other current assets. It's not given in order. So first of all, you have to arrange in the balance sheet order. If not given, then you have to arrange because you have to arrange in Schedule 3 format. As we have seen in income statement also, we have arranged first revenue, then expenses, then profit after tax. Then we have got the other values, other two columns. But over here also you have to arrange it. So see, equities and liabilities, shareholders fund. Under that share capital. Under that share capital, that is 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs given. So there was no change in share capital. As you notice, there is a no change in share capital. So no change means 0. Absolute change is 0. And percentage on absolute change 0 divided by 2 lakhs into 100 is 0 only. Then long-term borrowings, that also coming under non-current liabilities. So there is a change of minus 50,000 current year minus previous year. So it's not minus 50,000 students, it will be plus 50,000. So it will be, the change is nothing but 50,000 only. C minus P is 50,000. So it will be nothing but 50,000 by 50,000 is 100%. That means C by P means absolute change by previous year. 50,000 by 50,000 is into 100. Then over here 50,000 by 1,50,000. Now this C minus P, this will be in negative. C minus P, it is in negative. So we have 33.33. So that is also in negative because absolute change is in negative. So this one also we have to show in negative only. Yes. So next one we will be doing, students. So we see now we are arranging the items in the proper places. Long-term borrowings in under non-current liabilities. The change, absolute change is 50,000. 50,000 by 50,000 into 100 is 100%. Current liabilities, the absolute change is minus 50,000. That is 33.33%. I am not giving percentages over here because in the heading the percentage is given. Then 4 lakhs minus 4 lakhs, that is 0. That is 0 only, no change, 0%. Again in fixed assets, 3 lakhs minus 3 lakh 50 is minus 50,000. So 14.29 because minus 50,000 divided by 3 lakh 50 into 100. Then it is 10,000 minus 20 minus 30, 10,000 divided by 30,000 into 100, 33.33. Then 20,000 by 20,000. 20,000, there is no change. 20,000 minus 20,000, 0. So there is a no change. Then 60,000 minus 0 is 60,000. 60,000 divided by 0 into 100 is infinity, undefined. Okay. So this is our, this one. This is our sum. We have solved it. So, and this one is 40,000 minus 40,000, 0. No change. Percentage change, there is no change. So this is our sum, students, and this is your homework. You can take a snapshot. Please understand it, and if you have any problem, just write a comment to me. I will be happy to help you out. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.